Holistic versus toxic masculinity. I want to use toxic because of SEO. I hate that word, by the way. So I like to call it just dark masculinity. Not only that, but the reason why I call it holistic masculinity versus healthy is because healthy is a term that, depending on the person, can mean something completely different. What's healthy for one may not be healthy for another. I always see it in nutrition since I work. I mean, that's why I studied and have a certification in. When it comes to nutrition, if you eat a tomato, you might be completely fine. But if someone eats a tomato, they may not. They may get skin rashes. They may, have this digestive upsets, things like that, right? So for one food, it could be completely healthy for a person, but for another person, that food may be completely unhealthy for them. Same idea with masculinity. What's healthy for one culture may not be for another culture, right? So the term holistic masculinity is taking into effect the many, uh, not personalities, but I'd say the many values that is consistent across different cultures, people of all colors, races, and creeds. And dark masculinity is the same thing. What are those consistencies that we see in the world that creates this dark one? And the example I used when I first recorded this was a good one. It's about the Weinstein guy. I don't know his first name. We got caught, unfortunately during the Me Too era. And it was basically saying he took advantage of his power and he got away with it for a very, very long time. I mean, I don't even remember. It was like 30 years or some craziness. And you see that, and that we all agree is dark masculinity. He was taking advantage of the power he wielded. I mean, he's in jail now, right? He took advantage of that power to get what he wanted from these young, beautiful women that just wanted to break into Hollywood. And other men have taken advantage of their power, right? I think of Tiger Woods when, he had a happy family, beautiful wife, kids, like just in a great place. Maybe their relationship wasn't all great, right? But instead of doing anything about it, he just went out there and was smashing all these women. Um, and because he was Tiger Woods, that's the best in his industry in golf, right? What's crazy is that we see these stories of dark masculinity, and the reason why we see them is because these people are so big in the industry, so well known that they become, kind of the poster child of this specific thing of like, don't do this because this will happen. Yet it happens all the time. If you know 100 people, at least a dozen of those guys are probably doing something similar to this. They probably have a wife, kids, and they're still doing these dark things. There's people that at their work, they get away with stuff. They take advantage of other people so they can get ahead. The dog eat dog world out there. But I think at the end of the day, good prevails. In order for good prevail, we need more good people in this room, more holistic masculinity. We need more men to be brave to call those motherfuckers out. Because who knows, both Tiger Woods and this Weinstein guy, I'm pretty sure there were people that knew. They just didn't say anything because these people wield too much power in their industries. If you say something, they have enough money to shut you up, right? That's unfortunate. And that happens a lot in this world. It's happening right now. And anything you may think of. People don't say it, people don't talk about it. It ain't gonna change, right? We only do that to people we don't like. But also we gotta hold people we like accountable. They ain't perfect, they're human. I don't care who you are. You have some skeletons in your closet. Someone knows about those skeletons in your family, in your friend group. Maybe. I mean, maybe they hide it really well and they're just this Machiavellian persona that just walks around and doesn't tell anyone anything, even though they have these dark things under the radar. I mean, there's certain industries that exist. I'm not going to bring up here because YouTube will shut me down. There's certain industries that exist, unfortunately, because of these people in power I think about Jeffrey Epstein and what he created. It's disgusting. That is very dark masculinity. But holistic masculinity calls those motherfuckers out. They take their shield and sword and armor of God and go out there and make sure that those men do not exist in this society. It's hard because it takes many to defeat these few. Or vice versa, you know, I think it's similar to the video game Kingdom Hearts. In Kingdom Hearts, there are about, I think, 7 or 8 uh, people of light, like warriors of light, that's supposed to eradicate the darkness. You know how many people are in the dark side of this war that they're going through? The 8 is like the leaders, and there's obviously other warriors out there, but these are like the 8 leaders. There's 13 in the dark side. 13. That means these 8, there's a few of them that have to fight 2 at the same time. That ain't easy. And when you play Kingdom Hearts 3, this ain't a huge spoiler. You basically, when you fight them, a lot of your characters have to fight 2 at the same time. 1 versus 2. That's the world we live in right now. And some people are like, I'd rather just go to dark side. It's easy. But holistic masculinity understands that they have the strength. They have more strength in them to combine, which is why they're fighting the 2. Your holistic masculinity shows up when you keep your physicality, you keep yourself strong so that you can serve and protect. Your healthy masculinity comes out, holistic masculinity comes out when, yes, you are the protector provider of your family, but you also understand that the economy is crazy and it changes, and you know that you're giving your wife an option to work, and that if she's not working at a given time, I would say when you first have a baby, she may not work for the first year or 2, and that's fine. You be the protector and provider. But what if you get laid off? What if, even though you have a great investment portfolio, the economy starts doing like crap and your portfolio starts going down, everything? What do you do then? You might have to work a little bit for you guys to uphold the lifestyle that you might have created. So that's holistic masculinity. It has an understanding that sometimes you have to pivot, you have to shift, you have to adapt to the world. Those are just 2 examples. I want to make much more, but I don't want this video to be too long. I'd love to hear your ideas of what holistic masculinity, based on the examples I gave, is for you. What is dark masculinity? Have you seen as dark? I want to start a conversation because I really want to make a full-blown video of this in the coming months and really showcase that holistic masculinity versus the dark masculinity with examples from, movies, TV, things of that nature, video games, anime, So I'll leave it at that.